Respected elders, brothers and sisters, Jai Saram. So from the outset, I would say I'm not a speaker of any sort. I've been pushed to actually give a presentation today. I'd rather be standing with my team operating something. But yes, they've all pushed me away today and said, you know what, go on stage. So let me start with Bhagwan's words. Many scientific inventions are currently useful to man, but if they're not properly used, they can cause great harm. For instance, television can be a valuable means of educating and entertaining people. But how is it used today? As soon as a boy returns from school, he throws away his books and starts looking at the TV. His mother serves him food near the TV set. Both mother and son keep watching TV without regard to their other duties. Several hours of precious time is wasted in watching TV. The fault lies not with the television, but with the excessive and wrongful use of the instrument. This is like a knife, which can be used for slicing vegetables or stabbing a person. It is only when science is linked with spirituality that the results of science can be fully harnessed for the good and elevation of mankind. The reason for this quote, choosing this quote, is actually many people have this misconception. Bhagwan has mentioned technology is technology. Now, we have technology. We're in a world of the 21st century which is dominated by technology. But how do we link it with spirituality? How do we actually connect people spiritually through the use of technology? So, the media team was created a few years ago, and it's gone through various changes. We've been called the CETA team back in the day. It was formulated again a few years ago with one of our previous speakers, which was Brother Karthik. He was the national media coordinator just before myself when I took over last year. And it's been one of the wings which in the last 2 years has been the busiest because everything was online. I remember one instance, we were having Zoom meetings twice a week. And Zoom meetings itself are easy. It's before, during, and after. So the before takes a long time. So if, for example, we look at, what are the aims of the media team, right? We'll go back to what happened in the last 2 years shortly, but we'll look at the aims of the national media team. The national media team aims to carry out Bhagwan's divine message and mission using technology, media, communication for the captivation, inspiration, and transformation of spiritual aspirants. It aims to produce high-quality, effective media and communications to help the organization to achieve its core principles of unity of faiths and the practice of human values. Furthermore, it aims to promote, preserve, and enhance the organization's reputation in the various activities under the main wings: service, spiritual, balikas, and young adults. And finally, the media team aims to provide a clear, consistent structure for managing technologies, communication, and media throughout the UK organisation so that all involved are familiar with the principles and procedures when dealing with it. So, summary of 2021. This is just a brief snapshot of what's happened. There were countless more instances. I remember speaking to Ketanbhai on a daily basis saying, he'd be like, this needs to be done. Fine, we'll get the media team on it. And to be honest, it's a very, very small team. There are many members within the team that are up to about 3, 4 on a weekday doing stuff and doing it regularly for their centres, for the regions, and nationally. So, what did we do? So we did all the national events, starting from National Office Bearers Conference, National Wing Meetings, Human Values Day, Aradhana Mahotsavam, Ishrama Day, the Tapovanam 7-day reading, National Birthday celebrations, National Christmas celebrations. Briefings that we do, hosting them, registration that you see, flyers, videos, banners, anything that you see that's happening today, for example, from the sound, lighting, all of that is managed by the media team. We also were involved with piloting the Bal Vikas Resource Centre. We've been working quite closely with the Bal Vikas Wing over the last couple of years. Number one, with the SSC registration database, and this one is the second major project we're working with Bal Vikas regarding the Resource Centre. Next thing that we did last year was quite essential, was when we did join the Global Council, was to rebrand the entire organisation to the brand of the Global Council. So, removing the old logos, removing all the old names, and actually rebranding the entire organisation and sending out comms. So many centre presidents who were there last year, you'd have received communications. Please change your logo to this. This is the new logo pack, and this is the new names. Please change them. We also implemented the organisation privacy policy with Pratap Uncle's compliance team, and making sure that all centres and groups who've got social media accounts, websites, actually put them on them as well. The media team was involved in hosting the monthly health webinars. It still is. We're actively every month actually hosting the health webinars, and we do need more resources to help with that as well. So if anybody's interested in helping with Zoom, please come forward. Love and Light was relaunched October 2021. The first one was sent out as a PDF, and since then we've used a platform called MailerLite, and now that's going to over 1,800 subscribers on a monthly basis. If you haven't registered, please register on the national website, www.srisatyasai.org.uk. It's on the homepage, on the right-hand side, you see it, subscribe to Love and Light. We, at the start of, with the Love and Light January edition, we actually launched the calendar for 2022. This was launched in an iCal version, which, for those people who may know, or those who may know, but may not know, it's a version that allows the person who's creating the calendar to sync it, so if you put it onto your phone, you get the latest national and regional events. So if there was anything that came about and you missed it, you missed the announcement at your centre, you download the iCal, you can actually get the latest events synced to your phone calendar. And finally, we actually did a little piece of work where we actually unified all the regional social media and YouTube channels, branding in line with the national brand. So if you go to the national YouTube channel now, and if you go down and check the sub-channels, you see all the regions that have got regional channels all looking uniform, so that we can have one voice, one brand, and one vision. So let me introduce to the people that do the work and not talk like me. So we have Karishma, who is leading the photography. I don't know where she is. Karishma, where are you? Can we have you standing up, please? She's right at the back. So we've got Karishma. Stand up, please, Karishma. She leads our photography team. We are looking actively for photographers, but it's not just photographs of the events, photographs for social media and stuff like that. So today we're going to have lots of posts on Instagram, which she's managing now. We have Anand Paul, the faceless side of the web team. He's been tirelessly working for the last 15 years on the national website. He developed the website in 2010, then we redeveloped it in 2018, and he's been tirelessly working on any developments that we need, any tech things that we need to change on the website. He's the man that does it. We have Brother Hitesh. I did see him today. Could you please stand up wherever you are? He's our archiving lead. So, archiving, anything that was ever, if we had experiences, if we have had old photographs, and you want to pass it on and you want to sort of keep it somewhere in a memory for the future generations, Brother Hitesh would be the person that you would contact. You can contact him through the national media email address, which if you would like the email address, you can come to me and I can provide that to you later. We have Karan, he's sitting there. Karan, could you please stand up? He's our live events lead. So live events is not just this event, it's been all the Zoom major events that we've had last 2 years. He's been leading on them, and today he just said to me, Tushar, you know what, don't come to our area, it's restricted to you. So it's quite upsetting to see that I can't actually do anything anymore, thanks to Karan. Moving on, Arun, he's also sitting there, and he's our audiovisual lead. He does, so you can see all the dotted cameras around here. He's in charge of putting them, recording them, and then uploading onto YouTube. Then a new role that we introduced last year was app development. And I'll go on further on what the app development side of it is. But the lead for it is Brother Manish Patel. He's also the Region 2 Young Adult Coordinator. So he's doing two roles. He's developing a beautiful app for us, which I'll show later, and was also helping out in his regional position. We also have liaisons for most of the regions. We're still looking for Region 1 and Region 3. Brother Seshan, who's sitting over there, and please stand up. He's the Region 2 media liaison, so anything that happens in Region 2 media-wise, usually it goes through him. Zainesh, who's we've seen come on stage all day, cleaning up the podium and all that today. He's the Region 4 media liaison. Brother Sanjay, as Ketanbai mentioned, could not make it today. Brother Mahesh, I haven't seen him this morning. I don't know if he is here, but he's our Region 6 media liaison. Akshita, I did see her. Could you? Yes, if you could please stand up. She's the Region 7 media liaison, working closely with Mahendra Bhai, with Region 7 Rated Media, and Sister Rupa, who's come all the way from Edinburgh today. She looks after the Region 8 media. So, what are the key targets for 2022 for media? Including what we call as business as usual. So business as usual is stuff that we do like events and all that. That's standard BAU. The key targets for media is we are aiming to record experiences of devotees. As part of the archiving project, we're fortunate to have many devotees with lots of experiences. So this was piloted by some certain regions, Region 4 and Region 5 notably, and I think one of the other regions. And what we are now trying to do is make this into a national initiative. So to invite more speakers and actually have a structured way to how these interviews are created. So what do we need for that? We need anyone who's interested in getting experiences. You don't need to be a professional interviewer. You just need to be a person engaged in talking to someone and excited to ask them questions about their experiences. We need video editors. If you have a keen interest in video editing and don't feel you don't have the skills now, just come forward. We can train you. We have professionals. Videographers, people who manage the cameras, again, got an interest, come forward. We have this expertise. And we're fortunate that we have experts in this field. Secondly, Bal Vikas mentioned, I'm not going to go through it, it's the Bal Vikas Resource Centre, which they have mentioned, helping them out, deliver it nationally, Again, we need administrators to manage it on an ongoing basis. So if you are interested, please contact Brother Ronnie or myself, and we can then take this forward. A wonderful, wonderful opportunity to help the Balukas gurus of this country. Followed by a centralized database. This is a dream project that we would like to implement, is to actually create a centralized database or a CRM system for the organization so that we modernize the organization. We have everything possible in one location online, and it complies with the GDPR regulations. The compliance team could look at the data collection, and then we can actually build the requirements. We are looking for the solutions. It's still very much in the early stages. We are requiring developers, database admins, data scientists, people who are interested in data. Moving on, regular sound bites. So this actually links back to the recording experiences and archiving. So we are looking to archive these speeches, bhajans, musical offerings, put them onto popular social media platforms like Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. You've got an array of different online platforms that you can put it on. Again, we require people who can compose music. If you're a musician, and in the last 2 years I've seen loads of people learn BandLab and record themselves. If you can play an instrument, can produce music, please let us know. If you're a voiceover, someone who can actually speak very well, again, we also would like you, graphic designers and audio editors. Finally, the Sri Sathya Sai UK app. We are sort of at a stage we're about 65% complete with the testing. The development's nearly completed as well, and we're trying to finish this testing of the app to be released very, very soon. This allows devotees to get notifications of announcements of their center. It's personalized. It allows you to have a larger target audience, a larger audience in a targeted manner, and saves time for center presidents, creating emails, bulletins, all that stuff, where you can actually input it onto a app and it goes to your devotees directly. It's like a form. And people do complain about too many WhatsApp forwards. I've actually got a mute button on my phone now because of these on a daily basis. But this will allow people to get the relevant information in one place, like Thought for the Day, like Center Finders. So moving on to the app. So we've identified there's a possible communication solution to enhance the existing communications that are happening. People are saying there's too much forwarding on WhatsApp, messages not reaching devotees. Where do devotees go for information? So devotees can receive customized announcements based on their preferences, allows centers, groups, regions, national teams to send urgent announcements through push notifications. There'll be two parts of it, which is the app interface, which will be available on Android Play Store and iOS Play Store. And there's not much personal information that is collected. There's an announcement portal, which is for the center, group, regional teams, that then feeds into the app itself. So this is where we are with the app. We've done the requirements gathering, we've done the design, we've done the development. We're at the point of testing, and then we'll be deploying it. We are aiming to get this done in line with Bhagwan's Aradhana Day, 24th of April, and we hope that if Bhagwan's will is there, to actually launch it on the 24th of April. Thanks, Sairam.